Capital for the lying in state of the Hortmans, which begins here, Jason, in just a few hours.
Yeah, Alicia, no doubt a historic day here in Minnesota, but one that comes with a tremendous amount of sadness. You can feel the heaviness and the weight of the situation out here at the Capitol. So coming up throughout the show, we're going to have a look back at Melissa Hortman's legacy. We're also going to tell you what you can expect if you're coming out to the Capitol today.
All right, Jason, we'll be checking in with you throughout the morning here on Sunrise. Definitely a somber day ahead. 6:01. It's also a big weather story day with another KARE 11 weather impact alert for tomorrow night. So let's get out to meteorologist John Ziegler. We don't want people to cancel plans just yet, but to be aware.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. This isn't like a bail on your plans like Wednesday, Thursday, where get them out of here. But this is for Saturday night. Now, this doesn't mean we won't have storms outside this time. This is just where the confidence goes over 70%. I think once you get to the overnight hours, Saturday into Sunday, it looks likely we'll have one of those classic overnight storms. So be prepared Saturday night after 9 to 6 a.m. If this was Alexandria, maybe I'd say 6 p.m., a little bit earlier northwest. This morning got a little bit of fog. No surprise. It was already lifting here in the backyard. It was a little misty when I got out here. 58 in St. Cloud, 59 in the Twin Cities, 58 in Brainerd. Very comfortable start. Rain's getting out of here. Just a little bit of cloud cover, but the clouds are going to clear. Perfect timing this afternoon. Looks like a great end to your Friday. We'll time out the storms in my next forecast. CC's here with your traffic. How's it look?
Good morning. Well, between Little Canada and Roseville, there is a vehicle spin out. The specific camera that shows that vehicle spin out isn't working for me right now. This is the closest to that, but it's Highway 36 westbound at the exit ramp to 35E northbound. Now you can still take the ramp, but be cautious because there are crews working to get that vehicle to a safer place. All right, taking a look here at the bigger map, it's Friday, so you know things are going to be really quiet out there for a good chunk of the morning, even into part of the morning rush. The real story today is 4 big weekend projects. I'll be previewing all 4 of them throughout this next hour. When I see you next, we'll have a preview of them, and then right after 6:15, we'll head to 494. Alicia.
All right, it's going to be a busy weekend for sure. We'll check back soon. Thank you, CC. We're taking you back live to the state capitol here on your Friday, where in just a few hours, the public will honor Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman, her husband Mark, and their beloved dog at the state capitol. Jason Hackett's been spending the morning at the Capitol, and this is a really historic yet incredibly sad day for so many of us here in Minnesota, Jason.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Alicia. The sun is starting to come up here at the Capitol, but you can still feel a chill in the air. There's still a gloominess out here. It's setting the stage for what is certain to be a somber day here at the Capitol. It has been 2 weeks since that Saturday morning, that horrible, tragic Saturday morning when Melissa, Mark, and their dog Gilbert were shot and killed in their home. So Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman will be the only woman to ever lie in state here at the Capitol. Their dog Gilbert, the only dog to ever lie in state here at the Capitol as well. That all starts at noon. And thousands are expected out here to pay their respects, to line up for that viewing. And because of that, getting around near or around the Capitol could be pretty difficult here today. State officials are recommending public transit to get to the state Capitol. Brian Funk with Metro Transit says they'll have 3 cars running on the light rail and additional buses on standby in case there's any overcrowding.
We're not immune from, some of the other things that are happening with roadway traffic and whatnot. And so we're prepared. This is one way that we can honor the legacy of the Hortmans, as well as allow people to travel and enjoy themselves for the other events that are happening this weekend.
So just keep all of that in mind if you're one of the many expecting to make your way out here to the Capitol to honor the Hortmans here today. So Melissa, Mark, and Gilbert will be lying in state today from noon until 5. Their funerals are tomorrow, but those funerals will be private. However, we will have extended coverage on KARE 11 and KARE 11 Plus starting at 10:30. So coming up here at 6:15, we're going to take a look back at the significance of today and the history of other people that have lied in state here at the Capitol. But for now, Alicia, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Jason, thank you so much for that. And it's not just our Capitol in mourning. The Hortman assassination is on the minds of so many lawmakers in our nation's capital. Within the past 12 hours, the U.S. Senate unanimously passed a resolution honoring Representative Hortman and her husband and condemning political violence in the U.S. The U.S. House also passed a similar resolution. And today, alleged assassin Vance Belter will be back in federal court, charged with stalking, shooting, and killing Melissa and Mark Hortman and attempting to kill Senator John and Yvette Hoffman. Today's hearings to determine if he will be allowed bail as he's awaiting trial. That starts at 11 o'clock this morning. He's facing 6 federal charges for firearm offenses, stalking, and murder, punishable up to death. The state is also looking to elevate their charges, which would require a grand jury's indictment. And for the very first time, we're hearing from Belter's wife following the attacks. In a statement released by her lawyer, Jenny Belter expressed her sympathies to the Hortman and Hoffman families. She went on to say her family's absolutely shocked, heartbroken, and completely blindsided, adding that the violence, quote, does not at all align with their beliefs as a family and is a betrayal of everything they hold true as tenets of their Christian faith. The family says they have fully cooperated with investigators. All right, 6:06 on your Friday. We have a major update this morning on the deadly mass shooting at Boom Island Park earlier this month. In the last 8 hours, Minneapolis police announced that they've arrested a 23-year-old man on suspicion of murder. A 23-year-old mom was shot and killed, and 5 others were hurt in that shooting. The incident also prompting new safety changes at the park. He's currently being held at the Hennepin County Jail awaiting official charges. We, of course, are going to continue to follow the story as we learn more. Today marks 30 years since the abduction of Minnesota native news anchor Jody Huisentruit. The 27-year-old from Long Prairie was scheduled for a morning shift at KIMT TV in Mason City, Iowa, but she never showed up. Her case is still open and still unsolved. At 11 this morning, the Find Jody team and those who knew her well will gather outside the Mason City station for a remembrance event. Well, it's 53rd annual Pride Weekend in the Twin Cities. It's going to be a busy one. The largest free festival in the country kicks off tonight with Youth Night at Loring Park from 4 to 8. Then the Pride Festival starts tomorrow at 10 in Loring Park with more than 600 vendors, food, art, music, and LGBTQ resources. So along with the festival happening this weekend and on Sunday, the Pride Parade will start at 11 o'clock along Hennepin Avenue. If you'd like to learn more, you can do so at tcpride.org. Well, if you do have to drive through the Twin Cities this weekend, listen to this. A traffic impact alert starting tonight. Sections of I-94, 494, and 35W closed until Monday. So let's get right over to Cece. Those people don't travel those, right?
No, these are the least traveled areas in our state. All right, 494 eastbound, there's 4 of them. So 494 eastbound here between Highway 100 and 35W will close. 494 westbound between Highway 100 and then Highway 77 will shut down. 35W in both directions between that 35W 494 interchange and Highway 62 will close. That's for a bridge project. Also for a bridge project in St. Paul, 94 eastbound between Highway 280 and 35E will close. So I'm not going to break all of these down at the same time because I'd be talking for like 2 minutes and you don't want to hear that. But I will start and focus on 494 just after 6:15, talk about detours when things wrap up.